I'm sure people who follow me are probably gonna be like, "What's going on?" I'm recording my 5 things, and usually I do it private and then I make it public because I don't know if it's gonna get screwed up. But screw it, it's Sunday night. I just need to record something. So Richard Dawkins posted to Twitter comparing trans people to Rachel Dolezal, the woman who said she was black even though she's white, saying she identified as black. And there's been, I did not enjoy the fact that when American Atheist made a statement against what Richard Dawkins said, just basically said, hey, Richard Dawkins, be smarter, like know trans people and understand what they're going through, and don't make this a discussion point about somebody's identity. It's been a been a pretty rough time for trans people. So maybe a so-called leader of a movement shouldn't be so shitty and be spouting right-wing talking points. How about that? So on Friday night, I am getting close to finishing the current season of For All Mankind, which involves an extended U.S.-Russia space race. And because of that, I had a beer from Distill called Do Svidaniya, which means goodbye in Russian. So this is a Russian stout, barrel aged. What a surprise! It's a 12-ounce can. Actually, sorry, it's a 16-ounce can that costs $12. So less than $1 an ounce. It did have that kind of Russian stouty aftertaste that I noticed in Bourbon County Stout a while back. So that's a bit of a negative, but it had a very pronounced dark chocolate flavor that kind of made up for it. And I know Where My Dragon's Milk, I had one earlier tonight. So I would definitely give it a good rating, but for me, I bought a couple of more expensive beers, and it's like a lot of the times you have one and you go, yeah, okay, not so good. And so we had our last vaccine last week, so we'll be officially in the clear this Thursday. So next weekend, we're contemplating going to a friend's house. They usually have a big party for the Oscars, and the Oscars are weird enough as it is this year because there weren't really movies in theaters. So we got to watch that kind of depressing fare over like Netflix or on demand. So we're still trying to figure out what we're going to do about being social. Like, we're not sure. Also, people are on different vaccine schedules than us. And not everybody feels the same way about getting together in public, but we're going to try our best to do some things outside, hang out with people, and be social again, for better or for worse. So I am simultaneously finishing the current season 2 of For All Mankind, which shows basically this is season 2 is set in 1983, in which the Russians got to the moon first, so the U.S. kept their space program going, and currently we're dealing with guns on the moon from both sides, and that's really interesting. This will be the final episode of season 2, and usually I do 10-year flash forward, so I'm really intrigued to see what happens when the show goes from, hey, here's some things that our space program contemplated in the 50s and 60s and abandoned, and goes to more of like a science fiction-y future in which going to the Mars and going to the moon is a regular thing. And also, I finished watching season 2 of Counterpoint. J.K. Simmons is in the show. It's about a split between 2 different universes, or 2 different, I guess, Earths. And it happens in pre-Berlin Wall falling East Berlin. So if you have Amazon, check it out. I do have an office redo, and you see behind me that the office still looks terrible, and I have random shit behind me. Well, hopefully in a week or 2, this office will be repainted. It'll be redone. I'm going to have a new desk. I'm going to have new blinds. I'm going to do everything. And this is actually going to be my space and my studio. So maybe I'll actually give it a name at some point. That could be interesting. But the feet dragging has ended. And this week, last week, Allison Gill from American Atheists. Please check it out. And this week, Sarah Ray from Florida Free Thought. I'm interested to see, because Florida's kind of crazy, and there's nothing like it. And I'm sure Deborah would agree with that. And I'm just going to let this go because we have made it to 5 minutes. So thank you for joining.